Hey, this is Noob Cannabis. How you guys doing? Just reaching out to you guys. So I was talking to my wife about the channel, and I really want to do this for my future. I want to keep doing videos. I love helping people. I love education. But my wife said I should let everybody know the whole story, so that I'm not out here looking for any sympathy. I'm just letting you know I'm struggling, and it's real. So anyway, I worked at a lumber mill here in town, a plywood mill. I worked there for about almost 3 years. Oh no, over 3 years. And one morning I was on a forklift and I picked up my load from the saw. I was taking it over to the bander operator. So I checked behind me and my forklift got backed up. And then I went to go forward. I stopped and I went to go forward. Bowser, Sadie. I had a load on my fork, so it's heavy, heavy plywood. So anyway, it's kind of tough for me to talk about. I'm sorry. So anyway, I went to go forward and I looked up and it caught my attention. A forklift was speeding at me, and it was the forklift that didn't have a governor on it, so it could go as fast as it wanted. It was used for maintenance, sweeping up, sweeping the floor with a big old, metal fork, brush on the front that hauled all the debris to the conveyor to dump it into the shredder. So anyway, getting off base here. So anyway, dude flying in reverse because he's pissed off. It's the end of the day. It's 6 o'clock, 30 minutes till we leave. And dude just freaking punches it, right? And just slams right into me. I had my foot on the brake, and I kind of saw it coming, so I kind of braced, but that thing just boom, boom, flung me back and forth. Flung the forklift about 8 to 10 feet, and that's with my foot on the brake and a load on the front. We're talking about like 15,000 pounds, a lot of weight. The forklift plus the load on the front of the forks. So anyway, I got off and called the supervisor over, and I wasn't feeling it right away, and then all of a sudden, Sadie, Bowser, stop! Anyway, I started feeling a lot of pain, and so I asked to go to the emergency room, and they freaking drug their feet. They don't want to take you. I'm sitting out front. I need to go. I'm leaving on my own. No, you're not. We need to take you. That whole BS. So anyway, I go to the hospital. They check me all out. Whiplash, a lot of pain. I got a bulged disc in my back, and I was given some pain medication and told to go home, and recover. And it took about 3 months, 4 months, and then I went back and I was underneath the machine. I was working for about 6 months back there, just taking it easy. Didn't want to hurt myself. Everybody was like, just take it easy. And I was. Anyway, underneath this saw that I ran that cuts the plywood into dimensions, it plugged up underneath. And I don't know if you ever saw plywood. It was 23 CD. That's what they called it, but it's like an underlayment. And it's probably that thick of wood, like inch or more. Anyway, I'm down there and I'm just busting through this trim trying to get this thing unplugged so I can get back to work, because the saw's got to go. It's backing up on the line. It's all crunch. It's a production. So they're there to produce. If you're not producing, you're not making money, and then you're out the door. So anyway, I'm down there just busting my ass, just pulling on this wood, reaching up there, just pulling down out of this chamber, you know, reaching in there and everything. And all of a sudden, I get this sharp shooting pain at my back. And it just, you know, stopped me in my tracks. And I went on with the day. You know, I just thought it was a simple backache, you know, damn, you know, my back hurts. And then it got closer to the end of the day, and I was like, I better tell our supervisor about this, because this, you know, really freaking hurts. So I called my supervisor and I let him know, you know, hey, this is what's going on. I hurt a lot. Why'd you wait till now to tell me? Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, because I thought it was just a simple backache, you know, fucking the whole 9 yards, you know, the shit they ring you through. So anyway, I was off, and, you know, off at work again. You know, I was just back to work and feeling good about myself, and then turn around and get hurt again, and then I can't do anything. I'm just laid up on the couch, so I got really depressed, and I just gained weight. I got up to, I think, 355 was my highest. I'm currently at 210, 215. And the reason by that is cannabis. You know, cannabis saved my life. I was laid up on the couch. I took their painkillers, I took their prescriptions. I didn't care about life. I couldn't move, constant pain, nothing worked for me. And I went through all that crap, and my bills just racked up while I was fighting with lawyers, and my lawyer ended up dying during the situation, so I ended up having to get another lawyer. And then they dropped me, and I had to get another lawyer. And then finally, we settled, and I was able to pay my credit cards and my bills that I owed. And it made me even at that point. And I was thinking, you know, that's cool. I can get back to work. You know, I had a little bit of money left to get me by for about 6 months until I can find a job. So I thought I was doing good, you know. And then January rolled around, and all of a sudden I'm having these issues at the doctor's where my legs just jumping around, and he's freaking out like, this isn't normal. I gotta get you to another specialist. And I'm just like freaking out. I ended up going to the emergency room up here in town. They put me on ketamine, which is Special K. I don't know if you guys ever heard of that. Anyway, the Special K is a horse tranquilizer. And it's a street drug, apparently. I've never heard of it. I don't do that stuff. Anyway, the doctors felt it was necessary to put me on this horse tranquilizer. Anyway, it put me in this scary trip. I thought I was in the Matrix. Felt like tubes were being pulled out of me. I was sliding down a tube. I couldn't breathe. I was gasping for air. My wife and son thought I was going to die because I was having a bad reaction. The nurses, the doctors were all freaking out. They gave me the wrong dosage of ketamine. They apologized extremely. The nurse said that it was the scariest thing she's ever seen in her profession, and that she hopes they never use that again. So anyway, the doctor comes back by to check on me, and you know, I'm shaking and in pain. He says, you know, there's nothing I can do for you. I gotta cut you loose. So I'm like, fuck it, you know, I'm gonna go to a higher hospital. I went up to one of the big hospitals here in Oregon, and they basically thought I was a drug seeker. They thought I was there for drugs. I told them I was there for pain. I'm in extreme pain. I'm shaking. I can't control it. I need help. I don't know what's going on with me. They said I was an alcoholic. They said I was an alcoholic that was in need of liquor. I don't know what, somebody that's an alcoholic, I don't know what that means, but they said I was showing signs that I was an alcoholic or something. And I was like, no. So anyway, then they thought I was on, from my depression medicine, they thought I had like a reaction with my depression medicine, and they took me off of that while I was at the hospital. And then they don't recognize medical marijuana because I have a medical marijuana card for my pain. They don't recognize that in the hospital as a prescription, so they refuse to give me any painkillers. They gave me a spinal tap, and even though I was flopping everywhere and shaking, they gave me a spinal tap. And you have to hold still after those for like 2 hours, an hour or something like that for it to patch. Well, guess what? They didn't strap me down. They didn't do anything. They just let me flop around. I couldn't do anything to control it. I was in extreme pain. They had the psychologist in there. They had the neurologist in there. And they just thought I was a drug seeker because I'm there to, I'm showing signs of withdrawal, alcohol withdrawal or something like that. And I don't drink because my family, anybody knows me, my family has alcoholism in their and they develop addiction really fast. And I recognized that at a young age. I saw my dad as an alcoholic and my family and stuff like that. I saw what it did. I didn't want to do that to my family. I never did. I was a social drinker, and then when I got on my depression medicine, I just stopped. No, I don't drink. I don't drink at all. The only medicine I use is cannabis, and that's for my pain. And I don't like to talk about it. I'm kind of a private person. It's taken a lot for me to open up to you guys, and I appreciate the cannabis community coming to back me up, and I'm hoping to gain a following, and I'm not scared to hide myself behind a mask anymore. It's just I did that because my wife has a big stigma with cannabis. She grew up that drugs are bad, and this is considered a drug to her, even though it's legal here in Oregon. It's not a drug, and she sees the benefit now. She has come around to accepting it and seeing what it's done for me in my life and how it's helped me. Anyway, if there's anything I can do to help anybody, just reach out, hit me up. I'm on Instagram. Check out Noob Cannabis. Hit me up on any platform. I'm here for you. I'll help you. Like I said, just anybody that has MS that hasn't tried cannabis, I definitely suggest it. It's changed my life a lot. Anyway, I want to show you guys the garden before I let you go. The garden has been taken off. It's been crazy. Let me give you a shot. That's my son's favorite on the Bubba Kush. He calls it the vegetable fruit. He's cool. You're gonna see him in videos. He's autistic and he loves nature, and I love being able to teach him something. And having that bond with him. Anyway, guys, I'll talk to you later, and peace. Love you.